Good evening, everyone. I'm doing a little video segment on Substack tonight, and I got you guys a little story. So, I feel that with it being spooky season, we should give a little nod to Edgar Allan Poe and the Oval Portrait. So, this shall be the portrait and the pantry, Gothic hunger and sovereign care. Welcome, beloveds. Tonight we enter a Gothic corridor of obsession, beauty, and neglect. A short tale by Edgar Allan Poe, The Oval Portrait, will guide us. It's brief, it's brutal, and it's a mirror. Let's begin. The chateau into which my valet had ventured to make forcible entrance was one of those piles of commingled gloom and grandeur which have so long frowned upon the Apennines, and one of the smallest and least sumptuously furnished apartments. I took deep interest in a single painting. It was the portrait of a young woman just ripening into womanhood. I had found the spell of the picture in an absolute life-likeliness of expression. I read the history of the oval portrait. She was a maiden of rarest beauty, and not more lovely than full of glee. The painter, her husband, had wild and passionate ideals of art. And so, for weeks, the lady sat passionately, patiently, meekly sat before the painter's easel. And he, the painter, took glory in his work. Yet she smiled on, and still on, uncomplainingly. And then the work was done. And as he looked at the finished painting, he cried, "This indeed is life itself." But as he turned to regard his beloved, she was dead. She was dead. That's the final line. A woman painted into immortality while her body faded from neglect. Her husband, the artist, saw only the canvas, not the hunger, not the fading, not the cost. This is Gothic horror, but it's also real. Every day our neighbors fade. Let that sink in. Not from the paint, but from hunger. From systems that immortalize profit while neglecting bodies. From policies that cut food access while praising abundance. November brings a snap cutoff. Food pantries are bracing. Soup kitchens are stretching. Waste is rising. And still, people go unfed. Music shifts, hopeful and steady. And we just kind of pretend like it's not going on. So here's a call to action, okay? Let's feed the living. Let's turn waste into taste. Let's make sure no one fades while we immortalize aesthetics. Support things like Feeding America. Volunteer at your local food bank. Donate shelf-stable foods and also miscellaneous items. Things like seasoning, butter, oil. Share your resources. Cook extra. Feed your community. Offer warmth. Because Gothic horror like this should stay on the page. It shouldn't be happening in our neighborhoods. Have a safe and happy Halloween, everyone.